This video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Hi, I'm Harper.
Ciao, I'm Eva.
If there's one thing I've learned since marrying a native Italian, it's that Italian-American food and Italian food are not always the same. When Italian immigrants came to this country, they had to adapt to a new place with new ingredients, and so the food traditions changed quite a bit. Which means that there are quite a few Italian dishes that Eva's never tried before. I thought today I would introduce her to some of my favorite Italian dishes.
So, Harper, it means that you will cook this dish for me.
Oh no, I am not at all qualified. I think you should cook them.
But Harper, I have no idea how to cook these dishes.
I'm aware of that. So what I've done is I've picked 3 of the most popular video recipes here on YouTube. They were the top results when I searched for the name of the dish, so I feel like that's a pretty good place to start. So I was thinking you could follow along and learn how to make them.
Today, I'm gonna make baked ziti. Let's start with that. I have some marinara, simple marinara cooking.
I'm in trouble because I don't really know what a simple marinara sauce is, because the word marinara in Italian means about the sea, and usually for us marinara it's a pizza or it's a seafood sauce. But because I don't want to make a mistake, because I trust her, I choose to go with her marinara sauce. So if Lidia made this, I can't make a mistake.
The penne or the ziti are done. We'll toss them with the sauce, with a little ricotta, and then of course layer it with cheese. That's what baked zitis are all about. So here I have some simple marinara. I'm going to put some ricotta. Now I have the garlic pieces in there in the marinara. I left it, I kind of like it. Just put a little bit on the base here, because this is where we're gonna bake it. Fresh basil. So this is some provola. The provola is more pronounced. I like to treat it like a pizza in layers. A little bit of the shredded cheese, just like that. Grated cheese, you know, that pasta and grated cheese, that's just a given. Put it in the oven when your guests are ready, and you just bring this kind of hot, steaming pasta to your table.
Baked ziti, courtesy of Lidia Bastianich herself. How was it following along with the recipe?
Okay, Harper, it wasn't so difficult because it was pretty easy. Also because I didn't have to make the sauce, so it was pretty easy.
You really don't have marinara sauce in Italy?
No, not that I know, because when we talk about, for example, risotto alla marinara, it will be a seafood risotto.
I think, I'm no expert, but I think the idea of a marinara sauce is that it's like what you would just call a simple tomato sauce. But at least judging from these ingredients, it might be a little different. So it's tomatoes, carrots, which you would not put in a tomato sauce, olive oil, garlic, salt, basil, and some red pepper for spice. So maybe a little different.
We can't judge if we don't try. It looks good when you look at the pasta like that. But the smell is not good.
Yeah, well, you know, that marinara sauce is a bit more garlicky than
usual.
than the sauce you might make.
Let's try. Let's try. Buon appetito.
Buon appetito. What do you think?
I don't want to be rude, guys. But this baked ziti penne, to my taste, have a problem. And the problem is the taste of the marinara sauce. If the marinara sauce was much less garlicky, much less strong than it is, it's what we call in Italy pasta al forno.
You have this in Italy?
See, Harper, we call it pasta al forno. Every single region, or let's be honest, every single family maybe, we have a recipe for our pasta al forno. So you can find just mozzarella and tomato sauce, someone else put like fried small meatballs, someone else hard-boiled eggs, someone else put also the ricotta. But I'm pretty sure that nobody put this sauce.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, you know, in theory, you could make this with your own sauce. You could make it however you wanted. You wouldn't have to add so much garlic.
The idea, it's a very beautiful idea. It has its roots in the real Italian cuisine. So, if I can suggest something, keep doing this, but maybe switch from the marinara sauce with onion, carrots and garlic and all this to a simple tomato sauce. And I bet that it will be a very good pasta al forno.
I'm surprised actually that I saw this, you know, when I looked this up, I was specifically looking for Italian American dishes that, according to what I was reading, you know, really originated in America. So I'm surprised that this actually has such a strong link to Italian cuisine.
How it looks, it can be a tray of pasta al forno on every Italian table. So, see, Harper, it's 100% Italian, except for the sauce.
Are you ready for your next Italian-American dish to try?
It doesn't marinara sauce?
No.
So, yes. So, let's do it.
Now to start the dough, we got 1 cup of hot water. I just popped it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Gonna throw in a teaspoon of some dry active yeast. Got a tablespoon of sugar, pinch of salt. I'm just gonna mix it in. Once the yeast is foamy and smells like beer, it should be good to go. Go ahead and add that to the dry ingredients and start to mix it together like an electric mixer would. You want to shingle the pepperoni so that there's no blank spots, but it's a nice thin, even layer. And then we're going to do the same with the cheese. Now we're going to start to roll it as if you were making cinnamon rolls. Once you get to the edge, sort of just pull that edge up and then use the parchment paper to sort of create the shape and form the stromboli. So after 25 minutes, it should be done. Get it onto a cutting board and let it rest for a good 10 to 15 minutes before you slice into slices.
Before we dig into this Stromboli, I'd like to tell you about today's video sponsor. Browsing the internet without protection is like not dusting your pizza with enough flour. You might end up in a sticky situation. That's why we use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN encrypts all of your data and masks your IP address, protecting your identity and privacy online. Hackers and spies will be unable to see your emails, your browsing history, your financial details, your passwords. But that's not all, because ExpressVPN will give you access to location-restricted content. By changing your country on ExpressVPN, you can access whole new catalogs on your favorite streaming services. Ava's been showing me some classic Italian films that aren't available here in the US. Always protect your pizza with flour and always protect your privacy online. Find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/pastagrammer or clicking the link in the description below. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring today's video. Is it real that this is not actually Italian? Because it seems very Italian.
If we can compare this maybe to a calzone, because at the end the idea It can be the same, calzone, panzerotto, or pizza ripiena. So it's a pizza dough, flour dough, rice with some stuffing inside. Yes, we do a lot of this. Maybe not in this shape, at least not traditional in this shape, but it's something that, yes, you can find on the Italian table, but not with the name maybe Stromboli. Until now, I thought that Stromboli was a volcano.
I can see where the name came from because it's kind of a volcano of
Because
cheese.
the lava, like the lava is...
Yeah, if I saw this in like a little shop or something in Naples or somewhere in Sicily, I wouldn't bat an eye. It just would fit in so perfectly.
I agree with you because it seems Italian.
Nice.
See, it looks good. Okay, I can say that the smell of this is a good smell. It smells very good.
It does smell really good.
Buon appetito.
Buon appetito. You like it?
A lot. I like Stromboli.
It's really good. What makes this feel so Italian is the simplicity. You know, it's just a very basic dough stuffed with 2 ingredients: cheese, salami. That's it.
It's very good, and I need to be honest with our friends, because at the beginning I thought, okay, having just a pinch of salt, the dough, maybe it doesn't taste. But with the salami that is spicy and it has a lot of flavor, and the cheese, yes, it has a very good balance. So,
Yeah. We should make this for your mom.
not just for my mom, we should make this for us again. I need to thank the guy of Not Another Cooking Show. He resembles an Italian dish, so.
Speaking of resembling Italian dishes, the third dish I've selected, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that this one least resembles anything you'd see in Italy. So I'm both excited and a little bit frightened to get your take on it because I'm a little worried you might not like it. But let's give it a shot.
Alright, so before we can make chicken parmesan, we must first make a sauce. To make a super basic tomato sauce, we're just going to saute a quarter of a chopped onion for about 3 minutes or until translucent, add a couple cloves of garlic.
This is how you know that this is not an Italian recipe.
Before adding a 28-ounce can of whole San Marzano tomatoes. We're also going to add a little shake of dried oregano, a couple stems of basil, and we're just going to let this simmer for about 45 minutes until the flavors have melded and mellowed out. We're starting in the flour. Once every nook and cranny is covered, we're dipping in the egg, likewise making sure that it is evenly coated in egg slurry, and then it's headed into the breadcrumbs, where, you guessed it, every nook and cranny should be covered. Next up, we're heating a quart of peanut oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and dropping in our chicken, frying for roughly 5 minutes until deeply golden brown on the outside and cooked through. First up, some fresh basil, but don't worry, it's going to be protected by the cheese. And to assist with both flavor and browning, some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. These guys are headed under the broiler for just a few minutes, just enough time to get our pasta ready. Adding the pasta when it's just about a minute shy of done. We're then going to finish cooking the pasta in the sauce along with about a half cup of pasta water. And because we're decidedly not trying to be healthy with this meal, a couple tablespoons of unsalted butter.
Guys, this is the first time that I put butter in a tomato sauce, and I'm scared though. I'm doing, but I'm scared.
We're going to sauce up the cutlets on top of the cheese. I know that this is not the most traditional look, but it prevents the chicken's crust from getting soggy.
So, how did that go?
Very few things made me squeamish. This is one of that few things.
You don't think you're gonna like it?
No, Harper, it's like a mess. The first thing, pasta and chicken together in the same plate. No, this is a no, no, no. Then, come on, there is still the garlic. How much garlic I had to put in that tomato sauce? Look, all this sauce on this cotoletta, mamma mia.
Well, let's give it a shot. Maybe a slightly bigger bite.
It's okay. It's pretty big for my standard. It's huge bite.
Get some pasta on there too.
Hey, no.
It's all supposed to be eaten together. Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
What do you think?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? What don't you like about it?
I don't like the tomato sauce. I don't like the exaggeration of this dish. Absolutely, it is too much.
Like too many elements, different elements together, too much what?
Too much everything, too much elements in the same dish. The pasta and the chicken together, it's like, again, I don't want to be rude, but let's say that this is in Italy something that usually humankind, we don't eat. It's like the taste of this tomato sauce, guys, is too much. 4 cloves of garlic, a quart of onion, and then the butter. Babish, it's a tomato sauce. Okay, the fried cotoletta is chicken fried. It can be good by itself without all this on. So, and I didn't try the pasta because I don't have the courage to try that. I'm not so...
Do you think if it weren't for the sauce, here we sort of run into a similar thing with the baked ziti. Like if it were just the chicken, imagine the pasta's gone. I get that you don't like eating chicken with pasta. So imagine the pasta's gone. Imagine it's just the chicken, fried as it is, with the cheese and everything, but with a different sauce. Do you think that you would like?
Not just I would like it, but I'm sure that I would love it because we have something like that in Italy. Not like that, but something that it resembles, or at least this has roots over there. So, yes, we have a cutlet with something on.
Well, I would actually be very curious to learn more about that because out of all the dishes we tried today, this was the first one where, okay, pasta aside, I couldn't think of anything I've seen in Italian cuisine that's similar to this. It looks the least Italian out of all of them. So if this has a real Italian ancestor, maybe you could show me? So they may be executed in slightly different ways, but it's clearly the same concept.
The concept is more or less the same, also because this kind of cotoletta, and we call it cotoletta alla Bolognese or cotoletta petroniana, sometimes someone put also some tomato sauce.
I feel like it would look better if it was sort of draped over a big pile of pasta.
Ciao, Harper, you eat this, I eat this.
It looks really good. So this is veal, right?
This is veal, yes, and we put on top some prosciutto crudo.
I'm very excited to try this.
Oh, me too.
Buon appetito.
Oh,
That has all all of the good things I liked about the fried chicken here. The simplicity of it is nice though. I don't miss the pasta.
No.
Even before I met you, every time I'd have a chicken parm, it's kind of like, okay, it's obviously a little superfluous. In fact, I sort of suspect that it wasn't actually Italian Americans who started serving this on pasta. I have a feeling this is the sort of thing where like customers would go into an Italian restaurant and maybe the chef would be like, let me show you this cutlet dish from back in Italy. I'm in an Italian restaurant, I need some pasta. Well, okay, I'll put it on some pasta, you know?
But I get a side of spaghetti with this, right?
Why? Well, no.
I thought all main courses come with spaghetti.
Well, some, yes, but you see, risotto is rice, so it is a starch, and it doesn't go really with pasta.
Well, you know, this is obviously a perfect example of a dish where, you know, immigrants came from Italy to America and they had to adapt their cuisine to the ingredients that are available here because chicken is hugely popular in America. It's cheap. Veal is a lot less common. So it makes a lot of sense that they would use what they had, use what was more available, and adapt this dish to what they could do here. Where is this from? Oh, Bologna, right? It's Bolognese.
It's like, I didn't get if it was a real question or not. Palermo, Harper, he's from Palermo. It's Cotoletta alla Bolognese, but he's from Palermo. Where is from Genovese? Ragolla Genovese.
I know this one, Napoli.
Oh, he's learning. But this is from Bologna.
Guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out the recipes that we followed today, I'll put all the links to the videos down below. Also, the recipe for Ava's veal cutlet will be down in the description. I am very curious to hear from our Italian-American viewers what they think about the recipes we made today. Because I know that selecting the most popular videos on YouTube is not like the most traditional source for recipes. So I'm very curious to hear how it compares to what you grew up eating. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you next time. Ciao.